One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. Niccolò Machiavelli. You're doing things you don't want, saying yes when you mean no, and trusting people who leave you burned. Deep down, you feel it. A sinking dread that your choices aren't yours, that someone else is steering your life. You're not crazy. You're caught in a trap, manipulated by those who know how to twist your emotions. This video is your wake-up call to stop being a pawn in a game you didn't choose. Why do you feel trapped, even when no one's forcing you? How do some people always get their way, while you're left questioning yourself? These aren't accidents. Manipulators, whether it's a friend, a boss, or even a news headline, know how to tap into your mind's hidden wiring. They don't need chains or threats. They use your own emotions against you, making you think their ideas are yours. Machiavelli cracked this code centuries ago. Control comes from knowing what makes you tick. If you don't see it, you're a puppet, moved by invisible strings. But here's the answer: you can break free. This video isn't about soothing words. It's about giving you the tools to spot the tricks, shield your mind, and take back your power. Are you ready to stop being a target and start seeing the game for what it is? You'll learn how manipulation hides in plain sight, in the guilt you feel for saying no, in the fear of being left out, in the need to be liked. You'll uncover the emotional traps that keep you vulnerable and how to shut them down. True freedom isn't just doing what you want, it's knowing why you want it. This is your call to stop being used, to stop carrying the blame others pile on you. Once you see these patterns, there's no going back. Get ready to rethink how you view the people around you and yourself. The question is, will you keep letting others steer your life, or will you take control today? You've seen them, people who get their way without raising their voice. They smile, charm, or subtly guilt you into agreeing, and you're left wondering how you caved. It feels like they're reading your soul, exploiting every doubt or desire you try to hide. That's not luck or magic, it's manipulation, and it's happening to you right now. These masterminds don't force you, they study you, turning your emotions into their playbook. You're not just losing arguments, you're losing control of your own mind. If any of this makes sense to you, like and subscribe. Thank you. How do they do it? Why do you feel so powerless against their tactics? Manipulators are like chess players, always 3 moves ahead. They watch your every reaction, your hesitant pause, your need to be liked, your fear of conflict. Some wield charm, making you feel special with a well-timed compliment, but it's a trap. They're building a debt you feel compelled to repay. Others use guilt, sighing about their struggles until you feel responsible for their pain. Then there's fear, subtle threats that you'll lose something vital if you don't comply. Machiavelli knew this game. Power lies in perception, not force. They don't ask outright. They make you offer, convinced it's your idea. The answer? You can spot these moves by noticing their patterns, flattery, victimhood, or veiled warnings. You strip away their power. This video will teach you to see their script before they play it. Manipulators thrive because they know your triggers better than you do. They sense when you crave approval or dread rejection, using these gaps to steer you. A warm smile hides cold calculation. A sad story masks control. You don't see it because it feels personal, not planned, but it's a performance designed to keep you hooked. You'll learn to recognize these emotional hooks, how they make you doubt yourself or feel obligated. Once you do, you can pause, think, and choose your response, not theirs. This isn't just about outsmarting others, it's about reclaiming your freedom to decide. Are you ready to stop falling for their tricks and start seeing through the act? You're not weak, but you're human, and that's why you're a target. Deep inside, there's a quiet ache, a need you can't fully name. Maybe it's the urge to be liked, the weight of guilt when you say no, or the fear of being left alone. These aren't just feelings, they're cracks in your armor that manipulators exploit. Every time you bend to please someone or stay silent to avoid conflict, you hand them the keys to your mind. This isn't your fault, but it's your fight to fix. Why do you give in so easily? What makes you feel like you owe others your loyalty, even when it hurts? Those cracks come from wounds you carry. Lessons from childhood that love must be earned, or that standing up for yourself is selfish. If you crave approval, a manipulator's praise feels like oxygen, but it's a leash. If guilt haunts you, they'll play the victim, making you feel cruel for setting boundaries. If you fear rejection, they'll dangle acceptance, only to threaten it when you resist. Machiavelli saw it clearly. People control you by filling the gaps you haven't healed. The answer lies in facing these vulnerabilities head-on. By naming what drives you, approval, guilt, or fear, you start to close those cracks. This video will show you how to spot your weak spots before anyone else does. Manipulators don't need to break you. They slip through openings you didn't know existed. That need to be seen. It's why you trust too quickly. That fear of being alone, it's why you cling to toxic ties. These aren't random, they're patterns, shaped by old hurts or unspoken needs. You can't change the past, but you can change how it controls you. Start by questioning why you feel compelled to please or apologize. Recognize when your emotions are being weaponized. You'll learn to pause, see the game, and choose your moves with clarity. This isn't about shutting down your heart. It's about guarding it so you can live free. Are you ready to stop being an easy mark and start owning your strength? You're tired of being swayed, of feeling like your emotions betray you. Every time you give in to guilt or chase approval, you lose a piece of yourself. But what if you could become untouchable? Not by shutting down, but by sharpening your mind? Building emotional immunity isn't about turning cold. It's about seeing through the tricks that control you. You can stop being a target and start being the one who calls the shots. This is your chance to armor up and take back your power. How do you break free from emotional traps? Why do you keep falling for the same tactics? It starts with knowing your triggers. Notice when you're tempted to please someone or avoid conflict. Those are the moments manipulators exploit. Step 1. Pause and question what's driving you. Is it fear of rejection? A need to be liked? Step 2. Practice standing back. Don't rush to respond to flattery or guilt trips. Let silence be your shield, giving you time to think, not just feel. Machiavelli taught that power comes from control, not reaction. By staying calm and deliberate, you disrupt their game. The answer is clear. Train yourself to act, not react. This video will guide you to spot your patterns and build a mental firewall that keeps manipulators out. The final piece is unpredictability. Manipulators count on your habits, your quick apologies, your urge to fix things. Break that script. Say no when they expect yes. Stay quiet when they push for a fight. This throws them off, forcing their true intentions into the open. You don't need to be harsh, just steady. Build a core so strong that no one's praise or blame shakes you. It's not instant. It takes practice, watching yourself, and choosing discomfort over being controlled. You'll learn to trust your own judgment, not someone else's narrative. This is about living free, not just surviving. Are you ready to stop playing their game and start writing your own rules?
You love them, but they drain you. A parent's guilt trip, a partner's subtle jab, a friend's constant need for validation. It feels like care, but it's control. You're trapped in a web of loyalty, tiptoeing around their feelings to keep the peace. These aren't just disagreements. They're emotional chains, pulling you deeper into someone else's script. When the manipulator is someone close, their grip is tighter, their tactics quieter, and the pain cuts deeper. You're not alone in this struggle, but you can break free. Why does their approval feel like a lifeline? How do you escape when walking away hurts? The answer lies in seeing love for what it is, not a debt you owe. Manipulators in close relationships don't shout, they hint.
a sigh that makes you feel selfish, a comment that stings just enough to keep you in line. They twist affection into obligation, making you question your right to choose. Machiavelli understood that control thrives on emotional leverage. To fight back, set boundaries, clear, calm, and firm. Say no without explaining. Name their tactics out loud, not to argue, but to ground yourself. When they push back with tears or silence, hold steady. This video will show you how to protect your heart without losing it, reclaiming your freedom even in the toughest bonds.
The hardest truth: not every love is healthy. Some relationships, even with those you cherish, keep you small, tethered to their needs. You don't have to cut ties, but you must redraw lines. Stop apologizing for your choices. Stop carrying their emotional weight. If they lean harder, let them face their own emptiness. It's not your job to fix them. This takes courage, because love makes you vulnerable, but it shouldn't make you a prisoner. You'll learn to spot when care becomes control and how to stand tall without guilt. Are you ready to stop sacrificing yourself for someone else's script and start living on your terms? You're bombarded daily. Ads, opinions, social media, even friends shaping how you think. It's exhausting, like you're drowning in a sea of influence, unable to steer your own course. Everyone wants a piece of your mind, nudging you to conform, react, or obey. But what if you could outsmart them all? By thinking like Machiavelli, you can cut through the noise, see the game for what it is, and shield your mind with cold, clear strategy. This is your moment to stop being swayed and start leading your life. Why do you feel pulled in every direction? How do you stay grounded in a world built to distract you? Machiavelli saw people as predictable, driven by selfish motives and emotions. Today, that's amplified. Every click, post, or conversation is designed to hook you. The answer is to stop reacting and start observing. Watch people's actions, not their words. Notice patterns in their behavior, not their promises. Silence is your weapon. When you don't spill your thoughts or jump to respond, you keep manipulators guessing. This video will teach you to read the room like a strategist, staying one step ahead of those trying to control you. To win, adapt without losing yourself. Machiavelli knew power comes from controlling how others see you, not from bearing your soul. Show only what serves your purpose. Be kind, but not naive. Honest, but not reckless. Keep your core private, untouchable. Above all, own your emotions. When you don't let doubt or anger steer you, no one can exploit your weaknesses. This isn't about deceit, it's about clarity. Choosing when to engage and when to walk away. You'll learn to move through life with purpose, unshaken by the chaos around you. Are you ready to stop being a follower and start mastering the game on your terms? Your mind is a battlefield, and you're losing ground. Every day, old fears, guilt from the past, or the pressure to please sneak in, steering your choices before you even notice. You call it free will, but it's a script. Written by others, by society, by wounds you never healed. If you don't take charge of your thoughts, someone else will, and they're already doing it. This is your final wake-up call. Stop being a passenger in your own life and claim the power to decide who you are. Why do you carry beliefs that hold you back? How do you break free from a mind shaped by others? It starts with questioning everything. That voice telling you to stay quiet, to avoid conflict, to earn love. Is it yours, or was it planted long ago? Machiavelli knew freedom comes from seeing reality, not illusions. Challenge the emotions you treat as truth. Guilt isn't proof you're wrong. Fear isn't a sign to retreat. Set boundaries, even when it feels heavy. Say no and mean it. Walk away from what dims your clarity, no matter how familiar it feels. This video will show you how to rebuild your mind, step by step, into a fortress no one can breach. You've been played by people you trust, by systems you follow, by fears you didn't choose. That sinking feeling of losing control, of bending to someone else's will,
isn't just bad luck. It's a sign you've been living on their terms, but now you see the game. Manipulators exploit your emotions, your relationships, your need to belong. You're done being their pawn. This is your moment to rewrite the rules, to shield your mind and to live free, armed with Machiavelli's ruthless clarity.
What's stopping you from breaking free? Why let old habits or guilt keep you chained? You've learned how manipulators work, using charm, guilt, or fear to steer you. You've seen your vulnerabilities, from craving approval to dreading conflict, and how to seal those gaps. You know how to set boundaries, even with those you love, and how to think strategically in a world built to sway you. The answer is action. Start today. Question every urge to please. Pause before you react. Say no without flinching. This journey isn't about becoming heartless. It's about becoming unbreakable. You have the tools to own your mind. Now use them. Freedom means facing the discomfort of letting go, of people, habits, or the need to be liked. You'll feel the sting of standing alone, the weight of silence after a boundary is set. But that's where your strength grows. You don't need everyone's approval, only your own. Train your mind daily. Observe your reactions. Pause before you act. Choose what serves you. You'll learn to see through emotional traps and stand firm, even when the world pushes back. This isn't the end, it's your beginning. Every step you take, from spotting a guilt trip to silencing a manipulator's script, builds a stronger you. Share below. When did you first realize someone was controlling you? What tactic hit you hardest? Your story could wake someone else up. Don't stop here. Watch the next video to keep sharpening your edge. You're not just escaping manipulation, you're becoming someone no one can touch. This is your life to shape, and this is just the beginning of your journey. Like, subscribe, and share with someone who might need this message.